Hi guys, it's Sarah, your high school high-tech coordinator, and today we're going to be going over healthcare jobs that take about 6 months to 2 years to complete. So why choose a career in healthcare? So there are a couple advantages to choosing a career in healthcare. The first of these is job growth and stability. The medical field is always expanding, so there are many jobs, and because there are many jobs, there is a lot of stability. Competitive earning potential. Because there are so many jobs, employers often offer elevated wages. So a lot of these jobs are fast-paced and exciting. So you have an environment that's constantly shifting and changing. And then the most important for me, at least, is changing lives. So here are some careers to consider. So the first of these is phlebotomy technician. So a phlebotomy technician does blood draws as well as they work with some of the laboratory equipment and they prepare samples for the lab. I chose this because the program actually only takes 4 to 8 months and the cost of the program is relatively cheap. One of the programs I looked at was only $800 to complete. So 4 months, $800 later, you have a job that pays $30,000 a year. Next, you have CNA. So a CNA, Certified Nursing Assistant, helps patients with activities in day-to-day life like eating and bathing, and they also assist the nurses. So the length of the program for these is about 4 to 12 weeks, also relatively short, and the cost is around $12,000 to $1,500, also very affordable. And the average salary kind of is around $30,000 as well. The next is medical assistants. So medical assistants basically complete administrative and clinical tasks in a healthcare setting. They record patient history, they measure vitals, they help exams, they give injections, just different stuff that you can do around a doctor's office. The length of these programs is typically about 1 year. And the cost can be anywhere between $5,000 to $15,000. But also remember that costs really vary by program, and you can also get scholarships. The yearly salary in Florida is about $30,000 as well. Next, I really recommend this job for any thrill seekers among you. This is emergency medical technician, otherwise known as an EMT. They respond to emergency calls, perform medical services, and transport patients to the hospital. So the educational requirements to be an EMT are about 4 months to a year. The cost of the program is probably about $2,500, $2,700, and their yearly salary is around $27,000. Next, I included this. This is not patient people care, but this is working in a medical adjacent field. Veterinarian technician. A veterinarian technician uses medical knowledge and clinical skills to provide emergency nursing care. They follow direct orders of the vet. They can do anything from assist in surgery to assist in checkups. So the educational requirements for this job are about 2 years. The cost of the program can be anywhere from $1,300 to $10,000, and the yearly salary is about $32,000. Next is dental hygienists. So dental hygienists conduct patient screenings, clean teeth, and they advise patients on oral health and preventative care. They also work with the dentist to come up with a plan for treating patients. Typically, the program is about 2 years long. The cost of education is $15,000 to $20,000, but it could be less, could be more. It really depends on scholarships or just if you're going to state schools and whatnot. And the yearly salary for a dental hygienist is double what we've been seeing. It's about $60,000. So next one is occupational therapy assistant, also known as an OTA. Occupational therapy assistants, they assist the occupational therapist and they deliver self-care activities designed to improve patient function. An example of this would be a patient who has had a stroke and you are teaching them how to brush their teeth again or teaching them different ways to put on pants. So that's typically things that occupational therapy does. The length of the program is 2 years. The cost of the education can be anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. Just so you know, it really varies. Also scholarships. And the yearly salary in Florida is about $62,000. Next is respiratory therapist. A respiratory therapist is a specialized healthcare practitioner trained in critical care and cardiopulmonary medicine in order to help people suffering from acute critical conditions. Basically what this means, if you have any sort of respiratory issue, a respiratory therapist will help you. Let's say you have tuberculosis or any sort of issue where there's like an excess of phlegm, the respiratory therapist would go through different exercises to help you breathe again. The length of program is about 2 years. The cost of education can be between $15,000 to $20,000, and the average salary is about $65,000. The next one is PTA, or physical therapy assistant. Physical therapy assistants help patients do specific exercises as part of their treatment plan. They help patients who are recovering from injuries or illnesses to regain movement or minimize pain. So they directly work under a physical therapist. The length of the program is also 2 years, and the cost of education is from $5,000 to $10,000, and the average salary in Florida is about $52,000. Radiologic technologists, so they're also called X-ray techs. They perform diagnostic imaging procedures. They perform X-rays, MRIs, CT scans. Their education is also about 2 years. The cost can be anywhere between $4,000 to $12,000, and their average salary in Florida is about $56,000. And the last one we'll be talking about is surgical tech. So they work under the supervision of a surgeon to facilitate the safe and effective conduct of surgical procedures. They ensure that the operating room is safe, the equipment functions well, and that everyone is being sterile. The length of the program can vary between 1 to 2 years. The cost of education also varies, around $10,000, and the average salary in Florida is about $54,000. And that's the end of the program. I also just want to touch on nursing as a field. If any of you all are interested in nursing, nursing is also a 2-year program to get your RN, and you have a lot of great options. The average salary is probably around $60,000. And yeah, being a nurse is pretty self-explanatory. You work under the doctor, you administer medication to patients, and you monitor their vitals. So yeah, just another career to keep in mind. I forgot to put it on the slide, but that's completely fine. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.